Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new We Test Scum. And today I have tested, me and Fabijan have tested the offline raid protection because a lot of people on my servers were raided, even with the offline raid protection on. So I told my community I will test the offline raid protection and how it works. And after 2 hours, roughly, because we were busy with other things as well, but roughly it took us about 2 hours to go through all the troubleshooting that we need to go through and understand why offline raid protection doesn't work on active servers. Like if you wiped your server after the offline raid protection was activated, then everything will work fine for you. If you came onto the server after the offline raid protection was activated and you planted a new flag, it would have worked for you. But the majority of the players on active servers won't have offline raid protection, even if the server owner went to the server settings and then activated the offline raid protection like I did here. So as you can see, I put the offline protection start delay at 3 minutes. The timers work perfectly. So first I thought I put this to an hour on my servers. Like I put a one over here. Okay. And then I thought, okay, maybe the timer is wrong. Maybe it's not an hour. Maybe it's a day. But in any case, after a lot of troubleshooting, we have discovered that if you activate the offline raid protection, it only activates on flags that you plant, that you build after the raid protection has been activated. Okay. So if I activate raid protection on an existing server, like I did with all my servers, then none of the flags will have the offline raid protection activated on them because they were built before I activated the offline raid protection. So I needed to figure out why are there some bases on my servers that where the offline raid protection works. And the only reason why some of my bases on my servers are protected with offline raid protection is because those people either moved their flags after I activated offline raid protection, or they came onto the server after I activated the offline raid protection, and then they made a new base. Also they made a new flag. So the offline raid protection, as soon as you activate it, it only applies to flags that were built after we activated the raid protection. So I'm going to show you that I'm going to show you what I mean by that quite quickly. So at the moment, the raid protection is active because we built this flag after I incorporate the raid protection. Okay. But I'm just going to show you guys to simplify it for you guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the server settings. I'm going to go to the offline raid protection and I'm going to deactivate the raid protection. Okay. So there's no raid protection. I'm going to apply. And what's happening now is I have to restart the server for no raid protection to be active. But it will have no effect on this flag that's here. Okay. So I'm activating no raid protection. And then I'm going to restart the server now. And after I've restarted the server, I am going to destroy this flag and make a new flag, because whatever change you make on offline raiding, if it's off, then all the flags are not protected. But even if I turn the offline raid protection on, all the flags still won't be protected because it's only the new flags that are protected. If you guys understand what I'm saying, okay? And I will show you it now. So I'm going to restart the server quickly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've restarted the server, okay, with the offline raid protection on. No, with it off, okay? It's off now. But now I'm going to turn it on, okay? So I've restarted the server with the offline raid protection off. Now I'm going to ask Fabijan, this is his base. Don't worry about all the base parts. We were just testing various things. The reason we tested these things is because we thought, okay, it's fine. Everyone on all my servers just have to destroy their flags and make new flags. And then, the offline raid protection will work. But that is a really terrible idea because most of the people on my servers probably have base expansions. And when you destroy a flag that you have spent $100,000, on my servers, you can buy 2 large base expansions, which cost you about 100,000. So for me, telling all my players to destroy their flags and make a new flag for offline raid protection to work and spend another $100,000 to reapply the expansions on the new flag is just not an option. Okay, but that's why you see all these base parts, because we did go over the max. We did apply a base expansion to the flag, and then we saw that when you destroy that flag that has the base expansions activated and you make a new flag, you lose the base expansions. So me telling all my players on my servers that you're gonna have to destroy your flag, make a new flag, and spend another 100,000 rand or another $100,000 or credits to rebuy the base expansions, I don't think anyone will be happy with that. Okay, but we did see in the dev blog that they are working on the offline raid protection from Monday's dev blog. And if they don't know what's wrong, at least of this video, they will know what's wrong. Hopefully they already know what's wrong. But in any case, like I said, he's going to destroy his flag now. Okay. Destroy your flag now, Fabijan. And now he's going to build a new flag while the base protection is off. Raid protection type, none. There's no raid protection, okay? So he's going to use his god powers just to make a new flag. And this flag, because it was created while there was no base protection, that is locked to that flag. Nothing I do will change the characteristics of this flag, okay? So now that flag, because it was created while there's no base protection, that will stay with the flag. So now I'm going to so that flag was built with no raid protection, and this is what I did on all my servers. So every one of my servers had flags and base already, and then the patch came out and they gave us offline raid protection. And then I went, activated offline raid protection. I made this an hour, and I made this like 24 hours. An hour just means when your entire clan is logged off for an hour, then it will activate. And then it only stays protected for 24 hours. Okay? I hope you all understand that. But in any case, I'm applying the raid protection now. Okay? But what I want you to understand is that I'm going to restart the server now with the raid protection activated, but it won't change that flag of his. It won't change the old flags that wasn't created after, okay, or before I applied the raid protection. So I'm going to restart the server again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're keeping up. I'm going to try and make this more concise, okay? But in any case, here we go on the server settings. Like I told you guys, that flag was created when there was no offline raid protection, but there is raid protection now. So the way raid protection works is it's going to take Fabijan 60 seconds to log out. Fabijan, log out right now. But it's going to take his body 60 seconds to disappear. Okay? Are you logged off, Fabijan?
Not yet.
Okay, tell me.
Seconds ago.
Oh, you're waiting for the timer to disappear. Yeah, okay. Yes. So Fabijan isn't forced logging out like most of us usually do. He's waiting for that timer to run down, okay? But even if you force log out, it's going to take your character 60 seconds to disappear. After the character disappears, then this timer starts, okay? Then this 3 minutes starts. We just made the timers very, very small, so it does take forever to explain what I'm trying to explain at the moment. So we're going to wait for his body to disappear, and then we're going to stand against the wall for 3 minutes, okay? Because the start delay is 3 minutes. There his body's disappeared. Now we're going to stand in front of this wall, okay? I don't get a message on the wall. I can still lockpick his door, okay? So I can still interact with his base. But now I'm going to wait 3 minutes, and then you'll see the offline raid protection doesn't work because the flag was built when there was no raid protection. Okay, guys, so it's been more than 3 minutes now, and as you guys can see, I can still lockpick. and nothing. I've been standing in front of the wall for more than 3 minutes. Okay, nothing is happening here, and that means the offline raid protection isn't working because that flag was built when the raid protection was off, and that's why none of my flags, none of the bases on my servers are being protected, because they already had bases, they already had flags when I applied the raid protection. But what we're going to do now is, Fabijan, go and destroy your flag quickly, or I'm going to let Fabijan log in quickly and just destroy his flag, and then he's going to make a new flag while the raid protection is activated. Okay, now he's going to build a new flag while the raid protection is activated, and because he's making a new flag, the new flag will incorporate the protection. And I can't explain it any better than what I'm explaining it at the moment. Whenever the flag gets built, it's only a new flag that takes on these settings. If you build a flag before you apply these settings, it doesn't matter what you change it, whether it's offline or this, or the other raid protection, you'll never be protected. So the raid protection is connected to the flag. I hope the developers know this, because they said they're working on it. But now you've created a new flag, right, Fabijan?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to restart the server. Okay, with that new flag, and then I'll show you guys exactly how the raid protection works and how effective it is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so here Fabijan is. Okay, you guys will understand this 100%. We did other tests as well, but in any case, Fabijan, I want you to force log out now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, tell me when you force log out.
Now.
Okay, so he's force logged out. It's going to take his body 60 seconds to disappear, and then the 3-minute timer is going to start. And the test that we did is we first did troubleshooting to understand that the flag is connected to the raid protection. Only new flags are connected to the raid protection, not old flags. Okay, so we troubleshooted the problem with the offline raid protection. But then we thought to ourselves, if someone is in your flag area and they're damaging your base and they're lockpicking, will the base protection still activate while you're busy raiding? And yes, it does still activate even though you're busy raiding. So the previous test that we did, Fabijan was shooting my base walls with crap ammo, and he was lockpicking my doors. And then after the 3 minutes was up, the base protection activated. So it does. So now, guys, 3 minutes is starting right now. I'm not going to stop the video. Okay. We're going to wait for 3 minutes. And then you're going to see, I'm going to stand here. I can lockpick the base. Okay. I can hurt the walls if I want to, but I'm just going to walk. I'm going to show you that I can lockpick. And like I said, me and Fabijan did the test where he was damaging the base walls and lockpicking every 10 seconds or every 20 seconds to see, does the raid protection still activate even if someone is actively busy raiding? And yes, the raid protection does still activate even though you're actively raiding. So there are many ways to give yourself more protection. Even if a person's watching you and waiting for you to log off, the amount of mines and traps that you have around your base, because they won't know exactly when you're logging off. So they'll probably waste like 10 to 15 minutes to make sure that you are logged off, get close to your base, see if they hear anything, see if they see any movement or hear any movement. So they'll probably waste 10 to 15 minutes. And then they have to get through your walls within a certain amount of time. Where on my servers, that amount of time is an hour. And I think an hour is more than enough time. But I mean, if you've got like 4 concrete outer walls, and you've got a lot of doors that they have to go through, or you've got a lot of walls that they have to go through, an hour still might not be enough, which makes it better for them to raid you online. So in that aspect, offline raid protection does work, because there's a lot of effort that they have to go through to see if you're online or if you're not online. And if you have a BCU lock on your door, then they can't lockpick lockpick you. They can't lockpick your base because you've got a BCU lock on the only entrance to your base. So they have to use explosives. Okay. So offline raid protects there. Base protection is activated. Base is protected. Okay. Even though I was still lockpicking, even though I'm in his flag area, the base protected. And I can't lockpick now. Okay. I can't lockpick. I've got screwdrivers. Okay. Let me just spawn in lock protection here. Or there, lockpick advanced item. There we go. I've got an advanced lockpick item. I've got a screwdriver. I can't lockpick him. Okay. And I can't do any damage to his base. Even if I spawn in a C4. Spawn in a C4, I can take it in my hands. But I mean, it's impossible for me to waste. Okay? If I've got the thing in my hand, I can waste it. But if I don't have the thing in my hand and I just look at the wall, I see the base protected. So I'm going to waste the explosives. But I can still put the explosive on. Okay? And I can still activate the explosive. And I mean, a C4 is going to go through a twig wall like nothing. Okay? I can still activate the C4. That was quite a cool sound. And nothing happened to the twig wall. Okay, so you are completely protected. And they have to raid you in this time that is over here. They have to raid you within 3 minutes after you've logged out. Okay? But I mean, this on my servers, there's not 3 minutes, it's an hour. So you've got an hour to get into the base. Once you're into the base, once you've lockpicked everything and blew up everything to get to the loot, then you've got all the time in the world to take their loot out of the base. But on my servers, this is on an hour and you've got 24 hours of protection. So on my servers, once they fix the offline raiding, because the offline raiding doesn't work at the moment, because like I said, all my servers had flags already. And those flags will never have offline raid protection unless they get replaced with new flags. It's only the new flags that will have the offline raid protection, even if I activated it like I did. And it is activated like this on all my servers. But for people on my servers to get the benefit of offline raid protection, they have to create new flags. Okay, so that this offline raid protection is connected to the new flag, because the old flag will always keep the settings that was active when it was built. So I can't explain it any better than that. So I hope you guys understand how the base protection works. There's no way for you to waste explosives on a base because the base tells you it's protected, and you can't lockpick. Okay, so you can't waste lockpicks. You can't waste explosives. It's quite clear how it works. The timer works perfectly. And I have to basically disable the offline raid protection on my servers now, because it's unfair that new players have offline raid protection, but people that have, max bases with max expansions, I can't expect all the people on all 5 of my servers to destroy their flag and make a new flag and then buy the base expansions again just to have offline raid protection. Okay. So I'm reverting back to the old system until the developers can get away or find a way that as soon as I change the setting, even all the old flags gets that setting applied to them, because that's the main problem with offline raid protection now. As soon as you activate offline raid protection, it does nothing to the old flags. It only applies to all the flags that were built after I applied the offline raid protection. If you guys found this video helpful, do me a favor and click that like button. And if you want to learn everything there is to learn about Scum, then click the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. And thank you, Fabijan, for helping me. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Cheers, guys. Later. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just an extra little tip for you guys. The vehicles inside your flag area cannot be lockpicked when the base protection is active. It cannot be lockpicked, but it can be destroyed. Okay? So when it comes to damage, it only applies to your base. When it comes to lockpicking, it applies to your base and the vehicle. But I just threw a grenade at his vehicle. I couldn't lockpick his vehicle because it's inside the flag area, but I threw a grenade. You see, I've got the quick slot here. So I just threw a grenade at his vehicle, and this was the result. Okay, so very, very important. Your vehicles can still be destroyed while your offline raid protection is active. So it's quite important to make a garage for your vehicle, because you can get trolls that throw a grenade over your outer wall because, they think your vehicles are not inside a building protected, and then they can still destroy your vehicles. And then you come online, you see all your vehicles have been destroyed, and you're like, in how? And you message the admin, and you're like, in how did my vehicle disappear? Offline raid protection is active, but all my vehicles are gone. That's because your vehicle was outside, and someone could still throw a grenade over the outer wall and destroy any vehicle that is not enclosed in a house. Have a great day, guys. Later. Cheers.